entertained? Are you not entertained?
Let's get into it. Let's go. First and foremost, my name is Gabriel Montoya. I am the coolest CRO. Again, the coolest CRO. What we're going to talk about today is really who are you? What makes you different? Why are you different? How are you setting yourself apart from everybody else out there in this business world? And we're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna talk about personal brand. Why is it important to personally brand yourself in this environment? You know, it is 2022. We have so many social aspects of how we live our life on the personal aspect and then also business. Obviously people are remote, people are going back into offices. So again, like, who are you? You know, what is your brand? You know, what sets you apart from everybody else? What sets you apart from, anybody else in your industry? You know, if you're a real estate agent, what is your brand? What sets you apart from the real estate agent down the street? If you're a janitor, what sets you apart being, the best janitor? What is your personal brand? Who are you? I think personal branding is so important because, again, it makes you stand out. Again, we're all trying to make that way. We're all trying to, especially if you're in the digital space, really, that personal brand is very important as far as just really letting people know who you are and what it can do for you. Again, if you don't have a business or you don't have a product or service, you have to be able to go out there and really, push yourself, out there into the world. There's so many opportunities right now. 2022 has presented so many opportunities where we're at. And again, personal branding is just so important. Again, we're seeing people getting laid off from this opportunity, that opportunity. Again, when you go and you put yourself in a corporate environment or a startup environment, again, and you're just an employee, there is an opportunity and a chance that, at any given point that you can be terminated. You can be laid off. You can be let go from that opportunity, regardless of how great you think it is, regardless of how perfect you believe that it is, regardless of how, what a perfect fit it is. You could be laid off. And when you're laid off, again, like, what sets you apart from all of these other people in that same role? Okay, what makes you different? Okay. And again, this was one of the things that I really focused on, is just really, who am I? Again, whether I go back into corporate America or whether I, go into any startup space, again, like I'm branding myself of, this is who I am. This is the network that I have. This is the relationships that I built. These are the people that follow me. This is my crew. This is my network. This is my community. And again, just very important, because obviously, as you're branding yourself, you're building community around you, around what it is that you do, around your interests. So very important, especially right now. Again, if you got laid off, you should be able to actually, within 4 weeks, based off your community, based off your contacts, based off your contact list, based off of the relationships that you built, you should be able to actually find another form of employment. You should be able to find another opportunity. Again, if you've branded yourself properly, if you put yourself out there, if you haven't put your eggs in one basket, again, like, that's where personal branding comes in, is just really branding yourself. So again, some things to kind of think about, like, who are you? What are you good at? What do you know how to do? What are your skills? And really figure that out. Not for me, not for anybody, but for you. It brings so much happiness to you as well. Being able to wake up and being able to do the things that you want to do, be able to actually, go work the job that you want to work, go meet the people that you want to meet, go, do the tasks or work on the things that you want to work on. So again, like, I think it's very important, especially when we talk about mental health. We talk about, the importance of really eliminating stress and, really controlling what we can control. This is a great way, like, who are you? We see so many platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. How are you utilizing these these platforms to put yourself in a better situation, you know. And again, maybe you don't want to do so, but at the end of the day, personal branding is so important. Again, for those that are looking to grow, those who maybe have come across some challenges within their business, maybe they've plateaued, maybe they've come to that ceiling in their career, and they're like, how do I get to that next level? Personal branding and really starting a personal brand of yours. Again, that can lead into so many things. That can lead into product, services. That can lead into so many opportunities, social opportunities, digital opportunities. So again, really think of how you can really personally brand yourself out there in this big world. How do you set yourself apart? I personally, obviously I have many different streams, in many different directions. One of the things that I really enjoy and one of the, the things that I've really focused on is really the CRO role, the Chief Revenue Officer. Again, there's CEOs, there's leaders, there's people that, build teams and have that vision. There's technical people, so CTOs, chief technical officers, technology officers. There's CMOs, chief marketing officers. There's COOs, operations. Years ago, 25 plus years ago, I started, in sales. And so sales and revenue and those type of things, and, being creative on how to generate revenue, different ways of how to engage and connect. These are the things that I love to do. And then obviously looking at numbers on, really what we can focus on, how we can be better, and so again, any business that I started, again, really understanding, what does a CEO do? What does a CRO do? What does an owner do? What does a manager do? Just because you started a company doesn't mean that you have to be the CEO of it. Okay, there's obviously responsibilities to what that holds. Maybe you're better at marketing. Maybe you hire someone to become your CEO. Maybe when you get to that point, you source that out to get you that next level. Sometimes we have to look at what's best for the organization as far as what makes the most sense. Am I the right fit for that opportunity? Am I the right person to take us to that next level? And again, I enjoy sales. I enjoy communication. I enjoy listening. I enjoy relationship building. I love communicating. I love, to have conversations. I love to tell stories. I love to I love products and services. I like to really focus on issues or problems and challenges and help people figure out ways of how we can overcome them, how we can solve problems. I enjoy that. I love that. I love sales. And then obviously revenue. Without revenue, a company can't survive. So again, if you're in business, then what are you doing to increase your revenue? What are you doing? How are you taking care of your people? I'm a big believer in people and taking care of people. I truly believe that any organization that you see winning and succeeding, if you look at how their internal people are taken care of, it is a big reason of why they have the success that they do. I think really focusing on their people, growth, development, opportunity, allowing people to be creative within their organizations is very important. Again, especially in 2022, where there's so many, opportunities, where there's so many entrepreneurial opportunities out there to be able to go out there and really, provide income for yourself. We also gone through a pandemic over the last 2.5 years, which has really made us think about what does our business do? If something were to happen like that again, are we able to survive? So again, I think personal branding is so important as far as just really branding yourself so that you can pivot, so that you can move, so you can transition, if having to transition, and being able to bring that network along with you, be able to bring that community with you that you're building. and also being able to drive, the services and the products that you currently are working with through your personal brand. I think it's so important. Again, when I look at hiring people, when I look at, bringing team members on, if someone is out there just grinding and hustling, on their personal brand, it definitely tells me the kind of individual that, I'm going to be bringing onto my team. That again, like, to be able to incorporate my services or my products into this personal, this person's branding, or this person's message, or this person's direction. Again, it's what influencers are today. You look at all these TikTok influencers, what we're simply doing is they have a personal brand, and they've taken this personal brand, they've now taken your product and your product and your product and your product and your services, and they go out and they share it with their followers, and they share it with their community. And in turn, they're able to generate revenue as a result of that. They're able to generate revenue for themselves. They're able to generate revenue for the partnerships that they've built on the service side, on the product side. So again, like, that's the importance of personal branding, and what you can do with a personal brand. We've seen, kids, 13-year-olds. We've seen, older generations doing this. Again, the opportunities are limitless in regards to personal branding, but it's so important. Do not put your eggs in one basket. Okay. Start thinking about, what am I good at? Okay. In the role that I'm in today, how can I be a better leader? What can I do better right now in the role that I'm in to bring more attention to, the services or products that I offer? Okay, what can I do differently? How can I set myself apart? Okay, and how can I make myself more marketable? In today's market. Okay, so again, like, understanding personal branding and the power of it. And again, I just wanted to get on here today and really talk about personal branding and the importance of that, and really kind of get the wheels turning. We are in 2022. If you are putting all your eggs in one basket, if you are not, setting yourself apart from other individuals that carry your title, or, other products or services like yours, if you're not setting yourself apart, you're going to hit a ceiling. There's only so far that you can go. Okay. What are you doing differently? What is your trademark? What is your uniqueness? Okay. Why are you, the best at what you do? Okay. Whatever that title may be. Again, I definitely have taken that role on. And again, it really comes down to personally branding yourself out there, putting yourself out there. Don't be afraid. Again, like, this is not rehearsed. This is turning on the camera and just going at it, and just, having a conversation, so that everyone who listens to this and watches this, can hear this message. Just turn the camera on and go out there and really let the world know your story. Tell your people your story. Tell strangers your story. Your story is your glory, and I truly believe that. I truly believe that your story is someone's survival guide, and you holding back because you're afraid of what others may think. How are they going to portray? How are they going to perceive me? What are they going to think? What is my company going to think? What is my organization going to think? You know what? Be you. Be who you want to be. Okay? There's so many opportunities out there that will accept you for you, that will accept you for your hustle, for your grind, for what you are doing out there. Again, the importance of a personal brand. I'm telling you, go out there, be whoever you want to be. There's so many opportunities out there. If you're an employee, if you're a W-2 employee, go be the best that you can. Okay. But again, don't forget about yourself. Okay. Don't forget about the opportunities that you have. How are you setting yourself apart in that role that you're in? Okay. Go out there, personally brand yourself. Go out there and make it happen. Just a lot of great opportunities, that we are presented with right now with different platforms that we have, that we're on every single day, and again, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot to put yourself out there. It doesn't take maybe a couple posts a day or one post a day, but again, start somewhere. How can you personally brand yourself? What sets you apart? What makes you different? And how can you show the world that? And how can you share your story through that brand? Okay. And have fun. Enjoy it. Life is very short. Okay. In the scheme of things, life is very short. We don't know, when our last day will be here. All we can do is take advantage of what we have right now, the time that we're in right now, the present time. Okay. We can't, wish and hope and think that we should have done things differently yesterday. Yesterday's the past. We can't do anything about that. If we're given tomorrow, we can plan ahead. We can plan ahead for the future. We can plan ahead for tomorrow, but live right now, right where you're at, okay? Be the best that you can. And I encourage you to go out there and do that. And again, like I said, this episode is about personal branding. And I encourage you just to go out there and really, figure out what you're great at. Figure out how you can share your story with the world, right where you're at, right where you are at. Turn on the camera and have fun. So again, I hope you enjoyed this message. Thank you so much for tuning in. As I say, I will see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. We don't look down on anyone unless we're going to reach down and we're going to lift them up. And again, believing that you can is more important than believing that you can. Have an amazing day. Thanks for tuning in. Next episode is coming soon. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.